You ever have that movie that you've seen where the public doesn't care for it and the critics are just like, oh no, this is not cinema? Well, in this series of mine, we're going to look at the movies that I like, but no one else seems to. In this episode, we're going to be looking at the 2017 dark comedy, Rough Night. Now, like my other reviews, I'm going to get into the story first, and then talk about some of the details of the movie. Here we go. Scarlett Johansson plays a woman who's about to get married and is having her bachelorette party in Miami with all of her close college friends. Everything's going well and fine, and they're all goofing off, and shenanigans ensue and things like that. But then things take a turn when they accidentally kill the male stripper. Oops. So then they're trying to figure out what to do because they're like, should we turn ourselves in? Should we just explain what happened? But they already kind of touched and moved the body, so that could be seen as criminal. And now they're kind of trying to figure out, well, how can we hide what happened? And the rest of it is the dark comedy that ensues about them trying to do so and all the different things that basically get in the way of them getting away scot-free, more or less. Now, at this point in the review, I will get into more of the spoiler territory, so if you don't want to know too much more about the movie beyond this, you can stop here. But going once, going twice, here we go. The first thing I'll bring up is I do like the different personalities of the characters, and the actresses all do really well to pull them off. And all the other performances from the other actors who do pop in and out are also pretty good. I especially like this couple played by Demi Moore and Ty Burrell. They're one of the things that get in the way of them trying to hide the body and stuff because they keep popping up. They're like this new age couple. They're like very sexualized and things like that, and I don't know, they just kind of crack me up. The other characters in it too are decent enough, like the fiance and his friends when they're having their own bachelor party in a scene that's pretty funny. Them having like this silly wine tasting when the girls are having like the really crazy party and stuff. I like some of the humor there, that it's sort of backwards. I don't know. I enjoyed it. I also like some of the ways they try to get rid of the body that lead to it just not working, and I don't know, there's some good gags there too. I also think that the highlight is probably performance-wise for laughs is Kate McKinnon. She definitely gets the bulk of them, in my opinion. But everyone else does a fine enough job. Where things don't completely work, I will say, is when some of the other characters start to pop up. Like, yeah, they do fine, but like performance-wise, but like what's eventually explained is to like the guy that died and what's really going on. It's kind of obvious, that maybe he wasn't who they thought they were, and a lot of the drama around it is kind of pointless in some ways, especially when you get to the ending. It's kind of one of those that just sort of retcons a lot of what happened and makes it a happier ending. And yeah, that's fine if you want, a more digestible dark comedy. But I mean, I thought it worked fine enough, but I can see why people might not have gotten behind it, really. The other major problem I do have with the movie is the character Jillian Bell plays is very abrasive and kind of obnoxious. She's that really clingy friend kind of character, and she's just a little too much. And I don't blame her. Like, it's the writing here, but like she does a good job in the role. But it's one of those where you got to put up with this character for a while, and you can easily get annoyed by it pretty fast. Despite the movie's flaws, though, I still do enjoy it. I do wish at times it had a little bit of a darker bite to it, but I don't mind that it's a bit more digestible. And also on top of that, yeah, even though a lot of the characters in the twist doesn't really work the best, I was entertained enough by it, and I don't think it deserves to be ridiculed and hated as much as it was when it came out originally. Well, that's my review of Rough Night, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.